Okay, and welcome to NES Quest episode 3. I hope you enjoyed episode 1 and 2. If you didn't, go and check them out. Today's first game is hailing from the year 5012. The name of the game is Addams, and the idea of the game is a parasite has come along, swallowed your planet, and you have to go back in and get it back. So that's what you're doing right now. The game is really easy, really fun to play. It's actually known for its difficulty. I don't know why it's froze though, but the game is known for its difficulty, so it did take me a few tries to get the hang of. The power-ups are good as well, apart from you start off with a pea shooter as a gun, which if you ask me is a bit unfair. But looking through the gameplay and the graphics, they are really good, really sharp graphics for the NES of its time. And them defensive things that are circling around me were a pickup, and as you can see there, they are destroying things, so they are a really good defensive pickup to have. We are now leading on to stage 1, first boss. There's many bosses on stage 1. This is the first of them. The idea of it is to shoot him in the eye, but I can tell you from experience that this boss takes absolutely ages to kill. So for the sake of this video, I shall fast forward how long it takes him to kill. So it took me 8 hours to finally kill him. Now I know this game's known for its difficulty, but don't you think 8 hours is a little bit too long? I certainly do. But anyway, on to the next stage. And we have some octopuses firing some stuff at me. Now I do like dodging these spikes as well, they are really good. I have no idea what the hell that is, but it is quite funny. I mean, at first I thought it was a hot dog, but evidently not. And have you seen my awesome weapons? I'm that awesome, I'm going invisible for some reason. This is the second boss of the first level. And this boss isn't as hard as the first one. Well, it's not that the first one's actually hard, it's just that it takes so long to kill. So once you've killed this boss though, Addams shocks you and throws you into this downward scrolling shooter game. I actually found out something about this game as well. I found it quite funny. And the end of the game, at the very end of the game, you actually come out of the alien's anus and it explodes. That's how the game ends, and you know a game that ends like that, it's just awesome. The Addams Family, Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. Now, I have to say, when we start off playing this game, why is he jumping with his arse sticking out like that? And another thing is, why, I did that by accident. You normally get punished for falling down holes in games, but apparently no, in the Addams Family, it's perfect. So anyway, you're a 200-pound Addams Family kid, Pugsley, jumping with your ass sticking out of the air. The gameplay is actually quite good. I don't have really anything wrong with the gameplay apart from the graphics are not the best for the main character, and that death is just appalling. Sorry about that, but anyway. There's some weird creatures that you have to destroy as well. These rabbits. Why have you ever seen a rabbit in an Addams Family? If you have, then please let me know. But what are them flying things as well? I don't understand what they are either. Now I'm not slating this game, and I'm not saying anything. But what? I just jumped down that hole. Why am I back up this hole? I just jumped down it. But it turns out you were supposed to go in the house anyway. So anyway, these stairs. What the hell? Why I can't get up these stairs? Why? Let me up the stairs. These stairs are well annoying. So once you go up them stairs, you start going through all these doors, and you end up in all these different areas that look nothing like the Addams Family. I mean, what area am I in here? This looks like Beauty and the Beast. I'm jumping on teapots. Look, there's a teapot. And then, to rub salt in my wounds, you rip off Mario and you go down a pipe. But anyway, now you're in the oven, and you end up looking for Granny. You're looking for Granny in the oven. Now, I'm not a fan. I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of. Sliding. Platformers that slide about. I'm not a fan of that. I never was. I don't like it on Mario. Now, you can call me stupid or what, but I don't like sliding around on platformers. But on another note, when have you ever seen a dragon in the Addams Family? A dragon? What the hell? But anyway, that's another thing altogether. I've destroyed a dragon and saved Granny for some reason. But there is other bosses, like this snowman that throws snowballs at you, and other things like that. But sliding on platformers is not for me. I loved Sonic when it didn't slide, the very early Sonics. Sonic the Hedgehog that's 4 that I've played, and that's no good because it slides. But these are some other levels. The graphics are okay, not the best. Another Addams Family game has made it into NES Quest episode 3. Now, can this game be any better than Scavenger's Hunt? The quick answer is no, it can't. It equally sucks. I can't even dodge these people that are throwing things out the window of my own house. But anyway, I'm collecting money with skulls bouncing at me, which I understand. And I've got these ghosts, and I understand this as well. I don't mind this bit. I quite enjoy it. A bit of normal platforming. A bit of normal platform gaming is all I need, and all this game needs. But you'll see in a bit where things get complicated. So anyway, I jump on that ghost and I managed to get that cheese. Yes, that's right, I got cheese. So I don't understand why cheese has got anything to do with the Addams Family. I kind of understand where money has got to, because it's a family, isn't it? But anyway, I drop down here into the rest in peace stone, and then which door should I go through? Let's maybe go through this door. What? What the hell? The game just fools you with a trapdoor. Now, unless you're a noob to this, unless you're not a noob to this game, you're not gonna know that's there. And that Mr. Skullman has appeared from nowhere. So let's try and make our way back to the top of here. I've opened this door and I've gone through here, and I'm trying to get to the top of it. So when you do get to the top of it, you find that you've done all that for a bone. Yes, a bone. And every single spike falls on you. How painful is this game? But at least this game has music. Scavenger's Hunt does not have music. So at least you've got some 8-bit Addams Family intro music. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So we're back on the platforming, and for some reason we've gone back up here and we're going back towards the house. And this whole thing is just not making sense until you realise it's exactly the same as Scavenger's Hunt, and you have to go through the door. Why are these people in my house? Get out of my house. So I go back through this door, and oh wait, a chandelier falls on my head. How am I supposed to dodge that? The graphics are actually okay on the game. They actually are. I'm not denying that. But some things you just can't kill like that there. So for the table in episode 3, I have found a worse game than 8 Eyes, and that is the Addams Family. But don't worry, because 8 Eyes is getting moved down from 6th to 8th. Coming in at 7th was not a hard decision, with a poor effort from Pugsley's Hunt. Coming in at 6th was a hard decision, and I couldn't decide until I had to go with Abadox. Now I am surprised this didn't make it further up the table, but when you look at the competition from 5th place in 720 degrees, you may understand why. 1942 is still in 4th, 1943 is still in 3rd, way ahead in 2nd is 10 Yard Fight, and still top for 3 weeks running is 3D World Runner. Can anything knock this game off of the top of the Champions NES Quest table? Find out in episode 4, and thanks for all your support, YouTube. See you later.